You alright guys, how's it going? Back for another video, and this one is basically something that I've had on my mind for a few weeks since all this discussion, I'm going to say, for the Wii U has been coming up, because a lot of people seem to think that obviously the Wii U is going down the same route as a few other consoles which tried innovating at the time as well. And to a certain extent, I do agree with them. A lot of consoles in the past have tried way too hard in order to make their console the one to have. Instead of just concentrating on the gamer or the casual crowd, they try to mix it up a little bit and try and throw things into the mix which clearly don't need to be thrown in. The last real console that did that at that point, or at one point, was the Dreamcast, because obviously that came out and had the built-in modem in order to play online. And as we all know, as much as I hate to admit it, because I love the Dreamcast and I love Sega, as much as I hate to admit it, they faded out doing consoles, and that is what really... This is what this video is really about. The fact that people think that Nintendo are going down the same route, and I'm starting to agree with them, if I'm perfectly honest. And like I say, I mean, the Wii made everything better in their heads, and to a certain extent it did. It made a lot of casual gamers become gamers in general, because it was made for the family crowd, or it was made for a family in one room. It was meant to be easy to play, and that's exactly what it did. It did make that decision, but it did come out with other games which catered for a hardcore crowd, which didn't quite hit the spot for the hardcore gamer, but again, they were still on par with that. With the release of their new console, Wii U, and I'm guessing you can see where this is going, but with the Wii U, they've stuck with the kind of last gen is better type thing with the graphics, which is what they did with the Wii. When everything else was going HD, they decided to stay in that frame of, well, there's nothing wrong with this generation's graphics. And I think that's what really bugs me, because they've gone and done the same again, technically. Not only that, they've tried implementing something in gaming with the Wii U which nobody really needed. For instance, Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I'm going to start this off because I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, as everybody that watches my channel knows. I've played pretty much all of them, bar the one on the Vita. I haven't played that one. And if I'm honest, what really gets on my nerves is when they released Assassin's Creed 3 on the Wii U. Now, I've only played it briefly. I haven't played the full game, so if anybody out there has, let me know what the whole experience is like, because I've only had a chance to look at the interface of the actual game. And like I say, the whole aspect of the game is to be a HD marvel. It looks gorgeous, it looks amazing, it plays amazing. From what I've played of the Wii U version, it looks exactly the same as it does on, obviously, last gen consoles, because that's what the Wii U is. It's a HD Wii, trying to implement other things. But a lot of the controls and items and things like that you've got are on the actual Wii U screen. Wii U gamepad screen. And that is something that didn't need implementing. It worked absolutely fine before that. And I think that's what really gets on my nerves. They've tried implementing something that clearly wasn't needed, or clearly wasn't a demand of gamers or casual gamers. I mean, they have tried bringing the casual gaming into a bigger light. To mention a few games, which I have here, is obviously Nintendo Land, which actually comes with the Wii U when you buy it. When we bought it, it was a pre-order for the Wii U. And basically, it's basically a mini games collection of all the best franchises that Nintendo did. Metroid, Pikmin, Mario, along with a few others. Legend of Zelda, there's all kinds of things on there. But like I said, that's basically a mini games collection which came with it. You can buy it separate, I believe, but again, it's a mini games collection. That's basically what it is. You collect, you build. The next one, obviously, is ZombiU, which if you bought the premium one, which is the black one, you get this free with it. If you got the white one over in the UK, you didn't. That's simple. Now, don't get me wrong, right? It is a good game. It's a very good game. But it is lackluster in some cases. And I haven't played it all the way through. I'm going to admit to you guys now, I haven't played it all the way through. And it's not because it's a rubbish game. It is a good game. But it takes time. You need patience to do it. And as you guys probably know, in a lot of cases, my patience isn't the best to run with. But yeah, I mean, the games themselves are pretty good. The only other gripe that I have, and this just annoys me, New Super Mario Bros. U. Now, again, I understand Nintendo going for the retro feel for Mario. That's what they did. But there are certain things which I can't stand in gaming, and that is the fact that these games are essentially just side-scrollers. And Nintendo this time made it even worse by turning around saying, we're going to make it the year of Luigi. And I have nothing against that. Except for New Super Mario Bros. U, all they did was take Mario off the cover and put Luigi on the cover. The games are essentially the same, but yet they've released it as a completely separate game. They've also released it as a download off the Nintendo eShop, and it doesn't make sense to me. Why? I mean, you're going to be paying, I'm not sure how much it costs online, but in store, from what I've seen, it costs about 20 quid. You're essentially paying £20 for an add-on. And as you guys probably already know, the actual like downloadable content, things like that, I agree with some of it. If it's adding to your game and you're only paying like, I don't know, over here £2, yeah? But when you're paying for a full game online and you download the game, I don't see the point. You might as well just put your money in the bin, because I prefer to have this, a copy I can touch, I can feel, you know what I mean? I can do this with something I have to show off for my money. I mean, I'm not being funny, but you don't buy a sofa for your house and then wait like 4 years for it to arrive. You know, it's the same kind of aspect. And I really don't see the point. But Nintendo are going down that same route for downloadable content. And this is one of the reasons I'm a retro gamer, because I want a hard copy of games like Earthbound, or I want a proper copy of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or Majora's Mask. You know what I mean? Then I can play it, I can put it in my console, I can feel the game. But Nintendo are going down that route now where everything has to be downloadable, and that's not what they were about before. They did a few retro games on the Wii Shop, but, you know, that's just gaming moving on. And I think that is what gets... That's what really gets to me. Because Nintendo were the one company not doing it at the time, and I think that really does annoy me. But anyway, what I want, guys, is your opinion on the Wii U, and whether you think that it's going to go the same route as the Dreamcast or the Atari Jaguar and completely just crash and burn, basically. Because there is always that aspect that it could, and like Sega, we would lose one of the biggest gaming companies or console makers of certainly my generation, and obviously people who are my age, around about the 30 mark, from like 27 to 30, you're going to remember Nintendo for being one of the biggest companies and for innovating what they innovate. You know what I mean? So what I want, guys, is your opinions on it. And obviously, tell me what you think, if the Wii U is going to die down, or if Nintendo are going to concentrate on handhelds, or... Because in all fairness, their handheld market is bigger than PlayStation's at the moment because of the Vita being way too expensive and not enough titles on it. But, like I say, give me your advice, whether you think that Nintendo is going to carry on with their handheld market and stop doing home consoles. If so, give me your thoughts on it, guys, because I'd love to know. That's why I do these videos, just so you guys can give me your information and intrigue me with what you think. Okay, guys. Thanks very much for watching. And like I say every video, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit this like button, and I shall see you again soon for another video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon.